Hello and welcome back to my newest video. Today we are looking into protective hairstyles for healthy and long hair. I've already promised to make a video like this in my last video about hair, which was how to grow long healthy hair fast. If you're interested in that, I am going to link that for you down below, and I'll also link it for you at the end of this video, so keep on watching. First, I am going to brush my hair, starting at the ends, working my way up to the roots. After I've now brushed everything through, we are going to start with the first hairstyle. Something quite simple. My favorite protective hairstyle for sleeping is just a simple bun. Not too tight, but also not too loose, because especially in winter when I wear my hair straight, it's quite slippery and it would come undone quite easily. What we need for this is literally just one of those hairbands. And for me, it actually works without any further pins. So I could as well take a brush and comb everything back to make it a bit more sleek, but to be honest, this is just for sleeping with it, so I don't really care whether it's messy or not. And then I just take everything overhead. So once I've got everything here, I determine where I want it to sit roughly, and I make sure this is like a little bit loose, and then I just turn, so I'm twisting. I'm just trying to loosen this a little bit up, as I don't want to put too much strain on the roots of my hair, especially the roots on my hairline, because I don't want my hairline to move back. And this is now actually how I would go to sleep. So this is a really nice and loose bun that prevents my hair from tangling, and I avoid excessive brushing in the morning and so protect my hair. If I was to smooth and sleeken it out all a little bit more, I would definitely be also wearing this just for every day, which is a quick and easy hairstyle. So the next hairstyle I especially used during last summer, during holiday, when it was windy, when the climate was quite dry, so my hair was getting dry as well. It's perfect to prevent the hair from tangling, but also to apply some product in the hair, which doesn't necessarily need to be styling products, can also be a little bit of oil, and for the hair to still look good whilst it's being protected from losing moisture. So I'm again going to brush my hair. So the hair is now again nicely brushed through, and the hairstyle which I particularly like because it's easy to do, it looks great and it protects the hair, is just a plait here on the side. In order for the hair to stay better in the plait, especially if you might have layered hair, I would recommend to put some product into the hair, for example oil or also some kind of lotion. I have discovered during last summer the Lavender Coconut Organic Hair Cream by Dr. Bronner, which I can really recommend for this purpose. There's 177 milliliter in here and it really lasts a long way. So I'm just going to put that in my hair. I mean, not too much. I don't want the hair to get greasy. But the good thing is you can't apply that easily too much as with other products, with more oily products, because this is really sort of a lotion cream. Also in winter for dry hair due to heating, I like to use that. So I'm overdoing it here a bit on purpose, so the hair really sticks together and this lasts for a long time. So I'm taking now the hair and I divide it by 3 roughly equally sized strands. I've got some layers in my ends, so I need to make sure that I take that into account as well. Once I've parted the hair, I am just braiding down fairly tightly right to the end. So don't be surprised that everything looks now a bit different. I've done it again off camera because it was really difficult to do that in the camera. So how do I secure the end? I do secure the end with one of those mini versions of these Indesi bobble hairbands. And if you like, you can also wrap some hair around the hairband so this is hidden. I like to just go over once again with the with the hair cream. You've already asked me how I do this hairstyle where the plait is lying across my head. So it literally works like this. I do a plait very low on my head. However, the other side, so I could have done that differently now in order to show this. So I would have the plait on this side where I do have my partings, so that where I've got more hair, that the plait is not on this side. Because obviously the thick end of the plait then goes on this side with little hair first, so exactly the opposite of what I'm doing now. And when doing the plait, I would have already kind of braided the plait in this direction so it goes more easily on the head. And then I would literally just lay it across the head, secure it with needles here from the behind so you can't see it, and the little tail just goes under the plait again, kind of under here, and then it's secured with pins again, and that's all it takes. So last but not least, I want to show you the third of the 3 hairstyles I'm going to show in this video. For this, I've already brushed well through my hair again. It is again going to be a plait, or rather a braid, which I'm going to do on this side because I'm not going to do anything with it afterwards. It's slightly more complicated, but not too difficult either. And I'm just going to start now. Firstly, I'm taking all of my hair and then I'm trying to divide it in 2 strands which are roughly equal. I have to be aware of my ends because they have layers in them. So now I'm taking from one of the strands, from the outer edge, a thin strand, and I am merging this with my other strand down here. The thinner the strands, the more delicate is going to be the plait in the end. The same I am going to repeat with my other thick strands. I'm taking a thin one and I'm pulling it to the front to merge it with this part. No, where is it? To merge it with this thick strand at the front. And that's already the entire magic behind. I am just going to repeat this process over and over again till I get to the end, which can take some time. Lovely. As soon as you start to see a pattern, it's quite easy to decide from where to take the next strand to cross over to the other side in order for it to get a nice pattern. It's not a difficult braid to do, but you can imagine it takes some time to get it down to the end, especially if you have uber long hair. So this is actually something I enjoyed even more doing when I had shorter hair. The advantage of this one is it lasts much longer during the day, so it's less likely for the hair to slip out and look messy, especially on holiday. I think that's awesome, because if you just have time in the morning to prep yourself and then you're the entire day busy with, I don't know, sightseeing, going to the beach, shopping, whatever you do on holiday, it's quite nice to have a hairstyle that lasts you the entire day without getting messy. Sometimes I take the brush and just brush again once I get further down, because this is obviously, those strands are now made up of those single little strands we put there, so sometimes it's quite nice to brush through again. So I'm done with all the braiding, and this can now either stay as it is fairly tight, or we can just pull it a little bit apart to give it a bit more volume, and this would be the finished thing then. I would again now apply a little bit of the hair cream to the plait in order to give it a bit more definition. All done. That was it already. I hope you enjoyed the tips and tricks for protective hairstyles. If you use certain protective hairstyles as well, which are either easy to do, quick, or look great, why don't you let me know in the comments box below. I'd love to hear what you do with your hair and to try that myself. To see pictures of the hairstyles I'm trying, cosmetics and much more, you can visit me on Instagram or on Twitter, where I'm posting under the same name, which I also link you in the info box below. I am also going to leave the link for the last video, how to grow healthy and long hair quickly, so you can have a look if you like. And if you enjoyed this video, why don't you give it a thumbs up? I would be really happy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye! Oh dear. I need a mirror. Whoop. I hope I'll be able to do this now in the camera, because it's really weird to do it the other way around than in a mirror. Ah, more or less. Especially